Hello everyone, meet Professor Dynamo, the scientist who lost his body while investigating an astral gate. Whether it's healing his teammates, dodging enemy abilities, or locking down the opposing team, he shines brightest when played alongside allies. Dynamo uses a gun he built himself, and it fully automatically fires single projectiles with little to no recoil. His fire rate is also decent for the heavy hitting bullets he fires. With his first ability, Kinetic Pulse, Dynamo stomps the floor, releasing a pulse of energy that knocks enemies up into the air and deals 100 damage to them. The pulse starts where Dynamo stomps the ground and travels forward up to a max range of 15 meters. Because the pulse hitbox is a circle with a width of 5 meters, it also hits enemies behind Dynamo before moving forward. This ability can hold multiple charges but starts with just one. With items or upgrades, Dynamo can store more than one Kinetic Pulse and use them in rather quick succession. Kinetic Pulse scales with Spirit Power in two ways, improving its damage by 1.8 and its stomp range by 0.3 for every point of Spirit. There's a 5-second cooldown between each use and it takes 26 seconds to regenerate a charge. With all upgrades, hit enemies have their fire rate and movement speed reduced by 35% for 4 seconds. Dynamo also deals 30% more weapon damage to those targets for 8 seconds, and on top of that, the ability gets 125 bonus damage and an extra charge. Dynamo's second ability, Quantum Entanglement, lets him disappear into the void for 1.4 seconds before reappearing 9 meters away. After emerging, your weapon is reloaded and has a 25% fire rate bonus for the next clip, but only for a maximum of 8 seconds. When alternate casting this ability, Dynamo can also bring his allies with him if they are standing within a 10-meter radius around him, even if they are behind walls. The weapons of your allies are also reloaded, but they only get a 12.5% fire rate bonus instead of the full 25%. The reload mechanic and weapon buff granted by this ability are significant on their own, but Quantum Entanglement's true strength lies in the 1.4 second window during which Dynamo and his teammates become completely invulnerable and untargetable, allowing you to counter many abilities. Quantum Entanglement can be used every 16 seconds, and with all upgrades, its travel distance is increased by 4 meters, the fire rate bonus jumps to 50%, and the cooldown is reduced to 11 seconds. Instead of simply reloading your gun when you reappear, you gain a massive 120% ammo bonus on top of your remaining ammo. Moving on to Dynamo's healing ability, Rejuvenating Aurora. When activating this ability, he starts channeling, restoring 30 HP per second to you and your allies within an 8-meter radius for 5 seconds. While channeling, you can dash and use your melee attacks, but you cannot shoot your gun nor jump. By default, the ability cancel key is spacebar, so trying to jump or using your parry breaks the channel. This ability has a cooldown of 48 seconds and scales with Spirit Power, improving its healing by 0.4 HP per second for every point of Spirit. With the first upgrade, Dynamo gains a 4 meters per second movement speed bonus if the ability was fully channeled. Once all upgrades are unlocked, the speed boost is applied instantly, the cooldown drops to 34 seconds, and Dynamo can move, attack and use all abilities while channeling. On top of that, he heals for an additional 3% of max health per second, added to his normal healing. And finally, Dynamo's teamfight defining ultimate, Singularity. When cast, he releases the tiny dying star his body was reduced to and pulls in enemies within a 7-meter radius, damaging them for 45 damage per second plus an additional 1.5% max HP damage per second. This ability is also a channel, meaning it can be cancelled by stuns or curse and has a 2.75 second channel duration. Due to being such a powerful ability, its cooldown is quite long, with 215 seconds. The flat damage portion of this ability scales with Spirit Power, granting you 0.2 damage per second for every point of Spirit. With all upgrades, Singularity's radius is increased by 2 meters, the channel duration is extended to 3.5 seconds, and the max health percentage damage is raised to 5.5%. If you'd like to dive deeper, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss our in-depth Dynamo guide when it drops, as well as our next hero showcase. And if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a Ko-fi or become a YouTube member. It really helps us in our efforts to make these videos for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. And the max health damage per second is about